Hi, this is Melissa with Zen Tree Healing. I wanted to answer a few questions. So when I started sharing my minimalist journey on social media quite heavily, I was bombarded with text messages, Facebook messages, Instagram messages, and comments, people asking me how I started my journey and how I got my children and my husband on board. So this is kind of a loaded question that requires quite an extensive answer. So I decided I would just do a video, and then if people had more questions, we could address those in video so I could answer everyone simultaneously. I also plan on doing a video home tour of my minimalist house here in the next week or two once school gets started and things settle down a little bit. So first I want to start off with what inspired me to start my minimalist journey. We were living with 9 children, so there was 11 of us in a household. We were living in a home that was over 5,000 square feet, had 8 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, yes, 5, 3 living rooms, and 2 kitchens, and all the stuff to accommodate that. Well, one day as I was cleaning all those toilets, some kids clean toilets, I started to think to myself, how much time do I really spend cleaning, organizing, maintaining, and repairing this home between me and my husband and my kids? And we figured out that we spent approximately 80% of our time on one or the other. And we figured that between repairs, maintenance, taxes, insurance, and mortgage, that we were spending over 40% of our income on this home. So I decided, you know what? I'll just organize things so it's easier. I went out and got boxes and bins and cute bookshelves, and I started organizing. Well, as I started doing more research and pondering and meditating and praying on this more, I realized I don't need to organize my stuff. I need to get rid of my stuff because I was just spending more time and more money organizing, maintaining, and repairing the stuff in the home. So the more I decluttered, the more books I read, the more I researched, I started to discover what was called minimalism. And minimalism wasn't just about getting rid of your stuff. It was about clearing up your space, clearing up your schedule, and getting rid of debt. So I went on that journey, kind of dragged my kids along a little bit. So this is how I started with my kids to answer the next question. I handed every single one of my kids a trash bag, and I said, I will pay you 5 cents for everything that you put in this trash bag. I mistakenly said anybody who has the most stuff gets an extra reward. Now the reason I said mistakenly is because when you have 9 kids and you're offering one of them a reward, it became a huge competition. People were stealing other people's stuff to put in their bags. They were stealing stuff out of other people's bags to put in their bags. All in the name of, I want the most stuff so I can win the grand prize, even though they didn't know what the grand prize was. So yes, there was somewhat of an investment to get 9 kids to get rid of their stuff. I have to say it was a well-spent investment. I have no regrets paying my children to get rid of their stuff. And then we donated stuff to either charities, or we took them to secondhand stores and got money from the stuff. So as we moved along and graduated a little bit further into more advanced forms of reward systems, I made a chart. And on the chart, on one side, I put the number of items, and I would put what the reward would be. So I might have 50 items for popcorn movie night, 100 items for, I don't even remember how I did it, but what the rewards were. But 100 items might be, let's take the whole family out to dinner. 200 items might be, let's go take the whole family to the movies. 500 items might be an overnight camping trip or some other kind of reward. Now, if you'll notice in my reward system, I did not offer things. I offered time with the family. I offered memories with the family. Now, if they exceeded each one of those, yes, they did earn. Once they got rid of 50 items, they earned the popcorn movie night. If they got the 100 items, yes, they earned going out to dinner. So they did get to earn each level. And if they got 500, then they earned all of the items. Now, these 500 items were not individual to the children. They were 500 items collectively as a family. So I was very involved in the process of, yes, you can get rid of that. No, we can't. We don't want to get rid of that. Or yes, you can get rid of this. Let me encourage you to get rid of this. Look at the rewards you're going to get. Okay. Now, I didn't do that throughout the whole minimalist journey just because I wanted the children to kind of have their own reward and their own feeling of satisfaction from getting rid of their stuff. So over time, I started just to use positive reinforcement. I'd send them to clean their room and say, look how fast you got your room done. That's pretty cool because you don't have very much stuff. It's faster to get rid of. Or you kind of point out the messy versus the clean because of stuff versus not having stuff. So I did a lot of, took advantage of a lot of teaching moments with my children. If they grabbed their stuff and were late somewhere, I'd say, aren't you so happy we don't have very much stuff, that we know where everything is and can get out the door quickly if you wake up late? So I was constantly pointing these things out to my children. Now, my husband, on the other hand, took a little bit longer. I couldn't hand him a trash bag and offer him 5 cents an item because he would have laughed at me. So with my husband, it was a little bit slower of a process. Now, I do have to say my husband now is 100%, 95% on board. I say 95 because he hasn't got rid of his Letterman jacket from high school yet. So that's still my challenge. So he is hugely on board compared to what he used to be. So with him, it was just a matter of me being patient and him seeing that transformation of, oh, the house feels good. Oh, it feels good not to have so much stuff. Oh, I get to spend more time with my wife and my family because we're not spending so much time on organizing, cleaning, and repairing the stuff that we own. The house started to feel better. His wife got happier and started to feel better. So he started noticing this change and the shift, and that kind of got him on board to, I kind of like that your side of the closet is so clean and organized and empty. So he started doing major purging and decluttering to begin with to make me happy, because he's good at making me happy. But then in the long run, ended up realizing on his own journey, the joy and peace that it brought him. Peace is the number one word I like to explain, or like to use to explain my minimalist journey. So those are the ways that the 2 questions I wanted to answer on what motivated me to start my minimalist journey and how I got my children and my husband on board. I plan to do more videos, and so if you have any questions, post them below, post them in the comments, wherever I end up putting this video, post them wherever you want to, private message, and I will collect those questions and do more videos to help people on their minimalist journey. So stay tuned.